Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. It is Saturday morning here, Saturday the 12th of November, 6 a.m. and the sun is starting to peek through the clouds, which is unusual for the last month or so. We've had just solid cloud here, so that's a nice change. Today I've got two people coming on here. One is the regular Mr. McMillan, and he's not looking, so we'll see how long it takes him to work out his...
Hey, how
Morning,
are you?
Greg.
Morning. Afternoon for me.
That's right. Afternoon for you. How's the weather there, man?
It's becoming a little more seasonal. We've just enjoyed some pretty warm days, though, up to 20 degrees. So can't complain about that in November.
Yeah. But you guys use Celsius then, eh, in Canada?
Yep.
Oh,
we're normal.
I saw this post one time, this meme on Facebook. It was like there's people who use the metric system, people who use it the left side of the road, and there was something else. And then it said, and then there's the people who went to the moon. It was like, righto.
Yeah.
No worries. How's that shirt, mate? That's a ripper shirt.
Yeah, cool. I just got it 2 days ago, I think.
Yep, the Halliday camera.
The Halliday, yeah. Halide.
I can't remember how I used to say it when I first started. When I put it in a couple of videos, and I said it totally the wrong way, and people were like, "No, it's this." It's like, okay, no worries.
Well, you know, Ben Sandovsky, the main developer, he calls it halide.
Yep.
I call it halide. I don't know. It's tomato.
See, some people call pronounce Instagram as Instagram, and I pronounce it. It's just a waste of fucking time. But
yes,
each to their own.
I pronounced it Instagram sucks.
Oh, look, Throttle Down Under. How you doing, fella? He's another Aussie YouTuber. He does all motorcycles. He's actually pretty entertaining guy to watch. He lives up in Sydney. It's about, I don't know, a day's drive from me. But, yeah. Morning, buddy. Mike Goyne in the house. Andre. I don't even want to try and pronounce it.
I know
he's a regular on here. You'd say what, sorry?
Kep. That's how I would pronounce it. The O would be silent to me. Kep?
Is that right?
That's how I would pronounce it. I could be wrong, but
let us know, Andre. I'm curious now. That's an unusual spelling for here. Could be. Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to try because it might be offensive. See, I'll try this one. Morning, Jason Stevenson.
Yeah.
I reckon I got that. The United States government's watching.
Oh, well, we better behave ourselves.
Mind you, that was nearly 2 hours ago. So I think they're early.
Oh, I guess so.
Throttle Down Under going for a ride today. Mate, I wish I could ride today. The amount of rain that we've had, the amount of crap that's been happening around, our road is just bloody terrible. And I live on a dirt road. And it'll be a while, I think, until it's fixed because there's so many other roads around the place that are damaged after all the water. I can't see anything. Morning, Shane. Afternoon, Greg. I reckon if you open your eyes, Andy, you'll be a damn sight better. Here's the man with the broken hopper.
Still broken, or is he up and around now?
I don't know. He's taking lots of photos of keyboards and mixers and stuff, so I just don't know. So I'm thinking if you've not got a broken hopper, get out of your room and take some other photos.
Yeah.
Today we have, I didn't make it a secret or anything. It was blatantly obvious. Should we bring him in or just leave him sit there in the winds watching us, smiling?
Bring in us audio. We'll hide the video.
I don't know if I can do that. That'd be funny. I'll tell you what I can do is I can bring him on and actually mute him. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Morning, Mike.
Morning.
Well,
hey, Mike, we kid because we care.
What did you say? I'm just messing with you.
I've gone straight to the settings. What?
And he went straight to the settings because before we went live, I had all sorts of problems here trying to get audio and camera to work. And then Greg had to leave because his audio wasn't working. So we're sitting here with Mike going, pulling hair out trying to work out what's going on. You've got new internet down there, mate.
I have. I've got. We're finally on the NBN.
jerky. Ah,
Yeah.
NBN.
Yeah.
The wireless
And it
NBN?
took- Yes. Yep. So internet to the premises. So now we've gone from
Okay.
5 megabits to 120 megabits.
Nice.
Give it time, mate. It'll come back down.
It will.
It will.
Yeah.
When we got wireless on here, and when we first got it on, it was 70 odd, and now it's back down to 9 or 10. And
Wow.
when I lodge a complaint, if not a complaint, but like a service issue, they won't actually touch it. NBN standard is 6. So
What?
that's the federal government saying we're okay for you to have 6. We're like, that's okay.
Wow.
I'll like download an email, but I won't watch anything, live stream anything at the same time.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Well,
That is brutal.
live streaming takes a minimum of 6. Most software programs, as you know,
Yeah.
it says you need a minimum of 6. So you tell the whole family, off the internet.
Everyone get off. You call that to Sarah and say, stop watching Netflix. I've got to go live. Yeah, so we're looking at, I don't know if you've seen it, Mike, the Starlink here in Australia is half price until the end of the year for the install.
Oh, you said that.
Instead of paying $1,000 for the install, it's like $490 or something for the install. The monthly thing is still $130, I think it is.
140.
140, is it? Yeah, it's.
Yeah, we nearly got it.
I
What
reckon
kind of
I'm
speed
going
does that
to.
give you?
I did read it. It was pretty quick. The reviewing that I've seen of guys in Australia in like rural settings, because our internet in rural areas is generally pretty crap. They've reviewed it really well. So I don't know. I've still got to do some. There's a guy. He's not far from me here, and I'll probably go to his place and do some testing, do some download testing, some speed testing, and see. But from what I'm reading, it's pretty bloody quick. It's got to be quicker than what I'm doing here. But
And the latency?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Don't know. But if the latency is terrible, on the occasions where I play like online games with my son up in Queensland, he'll just like kill me worse than he normally does. Mike Goyne. Hi, Andrea. Colorado's my home stomping grounds. Teller country. Cripple Creek. You got to wonder how they got that name, eh? Cripple Creek. Oh, it got worse. Both
that's
feet
not good.
Broken over the last 2 years, pushing. Wow. That's no good, man. That's no good at all.
That's too hard on the pedals in the drum kit.
That's it. Yeah. He's from Newcastle, though, so they tend to, if it's either the miners are fighting with the army there or the civvies are fighting with both. So he's probably just kicking people too hard or something. I don't know. He'll get it. So, Mike, what have you been doing?
Oh, I've been doing lots. The name suggests down there. That way.
Yeah.
Finally, the book is out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's taken so long that I started after Greg announced his book was coming.
That I still don't even know if it's printed yet. Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
So this is released. Are you going to show a copy, or should I be showing a copy?
Yeah, go for it. It actually publishes tomorrow officially. It does.
Oh, I'll show you tomorrow.
Yeah, you did the slow reveal.
Well, you are
Stronger
tomorrow
photo.
for me, Shane.
What's that, mate?
You are tomorrow for me.
That's right. I am the future.
Yeah,
well,
true.
both Mike and I are the future.
That's right. Maybe
It's
that's
not
why
looking
mine's not
great.
even ready yet.
What's that?
That's probably why my book isn't ready yet.
Yes, that's right. It'll be ready
'Cause I'm
tomorrow.
in the past.
So what we got here, what stronger photo composition, 4-step technique, 4-step system, I should say, 100 techniques.
Yep.
4 steps.
Yeah. So
Wow.
basically, the 4 steps. Okay. First 4 steps. First one is, where do you position yourself in the camera? Where do you position the subject in the frame, or visual anchor? The first thing you want people to take notice of, because not every photo has a clear subject. Third one is where do you place the supporting elements in the frame, the contextual elements. And then the fourth one is a bit controversial. Well, I guess that's a strong word, but basically it's the photo editing side of it, because you can actually incorporate and introduce or enhance existing composition through editing. And a classic example of that is the vignette. We add a vignette to our photos. And why do we do that? Because we want to redirect the eye back into the frame. So so I think it was important to throw that in there as a step as well. Yeah,
I think that's valid, mate. I even with all the weddings and stuff that I do, if it's a very busy photo, but my intention was that couple in that busy photo, I will absolutely throw vignetting or blur more background, for the same effect. Kirk Hatfield, it doesn't play the drums.
That saying,
sorry, mate.
It's a classic saying. If it's not good enough, it's not tight enough. So that's
absolutely.
It. Yeah.
So he doesn't play drums, but Dale does. So put that in your pipe, Mike. There's a similar technique that I would use, and it would be called pivoting, as in finding a subject, finding a secondary subject, and then you're the other pivot, and you would move yourself to where.
Yeah, I like that.
I've done that many times. Yeah.
Similar sort of thing to what you're getting at there, I guess.
And that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be. Well, I'll go back when I started researching different composition techniques. The list grew and grew and grew because I, as you know, I have an obsessive personality. I love to research. And then I'm going, okay, what other fields and industries? So then I went into garden design, architecture, and just drew all different things out of there. And before I knew it, it was completely overwhelming. And I actually started to improve my photography. And then I just went back to the same simple techniques I always did, because it was too much. It was too, I just couldn't remember them all. I couldn't remember when to use which one. So it was actually sitting down and going through all my little glossaries that I made of each one of them for my own reference, that I've realized that, hey, there's a pattern here, and I could actually put these into 4 different groups or toolboxes, if you like. And then these are all my tools. And then because we all instinctively and intuitively go and set things up when we take our photos, like the pivoting, like you don't even think about it, you just do it. That's why I want this 4-step system to be intuitive, because I know there's a lot of people out there that go, composition rules, it's stifling my creativity, and I don't want to be a slave to the rules. And when I throw out, there's over 100 of them out there, it's like, holy crap, I don't want them. So that's why I wanted it to be a transformational process that, just concentrate on these 4 steps, and then to really make your photos a lot stronger with the composition is the ideal scenario, if you can, is to try and take 2 or 3 tools out of each of those steps, so that when you're setting up the first step, for example, you position yourself. Okay, I'm here. You know what? I want to pivot and I want to move around here. So you've used one step. I want to angle it so that I'm shooting up, so that I'm recomposing it by changing the angle, light direction. All of a sudden, there's 3 steps, 3 different compositional techniques in just the first step. So if you can use 2 or 3 out of each of the 4 steps, all of a sudden, with little effort, you've got over double digits of compositional techniques in the one photo with not that much effort. So that's where I want to go.
What you're describing to me there is similar. You could have just entitled this book photo techniques that are just like Snapseed. There's all these tools in Snapseed, then there's all the sub tools in Snapseed. I like that.
Yep.
So I'm going to call my book that, and it'll be printed before Greg's.
Probably.
Sorry, mate. I was looking so forward to your book, and then nothing.
It will get here eventually. I don't know when, but
do I have to clean out any seeds before I put it in my pup? I don't know what you're talking about. Might have missed it. There we go. That's a question, Mike.
Where is your book on my website? So it's self-published, and so through the print-on-demand place that I've gone with, they've got printing locations in the US, UK, Spain, Australia. So on my website, say place an order there, and then if you're international, I can then go to one of those printers, and they'll print it and post it out within a week or within 2 weeks. But if you buy it here in Australia, then I've got a whole box of them here. I just post them straight away. Yeah. Yep. So it's, yeah,
maybe
available now.
if I ordered one right now, maybe you could just drop it up to me, eh?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just
trying to find a drive.
That's right. Well, come on, I'll put the kettle on. I can't. Oh, that's why I'm bloody doing that. I'm putting in the wrong bloody website for you.
So yeah, on the website, it's 30% cheaper buying direct through me, because I had no idea. The retailers, they expect, and they won't stock your books unless you give them 55% markup.
Yeah, right.
Blew my mind.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. So and then you get really excited. It's on the bookshelves at Dimmicks and Angus and Robinson's, like the real big bookshops here in Australia. And you go, oh, there's my book. I'm going to get rich. No, I'm going to make $1.50 out of that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
It's all good. It's great. It's exposure. It's getting out there, and I know it's giving away the farm in a book, because this used to be a $99 course, and now it's a $29 book. So we all learn differently.
Exactly. There's a guy. I don't know. Do you know Matt Crummins? He's from Melbourne.
Yep,
you do know. So him and he used to bring people up from Melbourne up here, and we would run Astro courses here together for those people from Melbourne. And he used to do a lot of stuff on social media, exactly what he was teaching on his course, because he has multiple courses, and with actual cameras. And he would say, I don't know, teach composition for the sake of this conversation, and he would teach exactly the same thing in a post on social media that he would in person. And I'm like, dude, you're giving it away. Like, everyone is just going to know what you're teaching, and they're not going to come along and give you the money that you need to pay your electricity bills and so forth. And he said, Shane, people will watch that and they'll go, that's cool. I'm going to go and sit down with this guy and learn exactly the same thing again, because it's him, because he took the time to do that. And I'll go, and you might pick up one or two things that you missed in the live or missed in the video. So it kind of makes sense to me that you would do it that way. I do similar things here with YouTube. Because I still teach photography in person, but there's virtually nothing that I teach in person that you can't find on my channel. So people still come and learn in person. People just learn differently, as you say.
Yeah. And that opportunity to have that content tailored to exactly them, and meeting them where they're at in their development, that you can't get that passively watching a video.
Yeah, absolutely. So 100 techniques.
Over 100. Yep.
Hold up. Actual cameras. Yeah, they're like this, but bigger, and you can put bigger things on here, and they're heavier, and I don't know why we use them. So pick a number between 1 and 100. Anyone, just put a number there, and we're going to get Mike to count through his list. That's why I asked before, are they numbered?
Now I get it. Right.
We'll make it easy.
Now I'm going to have to visualize numbers.
You know what? I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go, someone's going to go, oh, number 70, and you're just going to go, oh, that one.
Or, I know, pick a page number.
Pick a page number.
Oh, thanks. Quick. All right, set me up. Quick stuff.
44. 44 is the number. Mike Joy.
44. All right, I'll come back to the story.
You've got a story
behind that.
10, 20, 30. Frame within a frame. There we
frame within a frame.
Excuse me. I turn around to cough, but my microphone is attached to me.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry about that. No. All right, that one
44.
I just picked up. 44, frame within a frame. So basically, a frame within a frame is having a window frame or something like that, where you've actually got. Hang on a sec.
He's gonna find a mute. That's what I keep doing. I got my cursor right beside the mute button.
So frame within a frame is finding shooting through a window and shooting, and you can see a window frame or some sort of natural occurring frame that then you actually, it's like a vista. You're looking out, so the mystery of you're putting yourself in the position, a viewer is putting themselves in the position of the photographer, and you can imagine yourself sitting there looking out. So that's frame within a frame. Yeah. Different to framing. Framing is different.
Yep. Well, explain the difference.
Well, framing is where, for landscape photography, where you've got the shoreline, or you've got a tree line, you've got trees around the outside, the top, and that natural elements in the frame stop the eye from moving around, because that's what it's all about, is that visual flow. Your intention is to attract, hold, and guide the attention of the viewer and deliver it in a way that it kind of provides a narrative and storytelling. So if you have natural framing, then that actually stops the viewer from going to that point of fixation and then going wandering, following the lines, and then going out of the frame. So framing kind of contains the photo. Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah.
Do you talk in here about combining all these elements?
Yes. Yep. At the very start, when I talk about the background of the system, where it came from, and then talk about the system and break it down and explain that. I did throw around the term composition stacking, but
gotcha.
Yeah, because that's what you're doing, is you're stacking. You're throwing in a couple of tools from this box and a couple of tools. But I found when I was doing my lives and that sort of thing, it just didn't resonate with people. And even in in-person workshop, I was talking about it, and it didn't quite. So it's something you need to explain a little bit more. And I guess, I don't know, it makes sense to me, because that's.
It makes sense to me too.
Yeah.
When I do the in-person workshops, I talk about only three: the thirds, the leading lines.
Yep.
Sorry, do I need to mute that? And framing. And where I do it in town, there are three locations that are perfect for each one of those, and then there's one location that is perfect for all three of those together. And so as we walk around doing these workshops, we do this one, we do this one, we do this one. And when we get to the other place, I talk about the better the photo, the photo is going to generally be better when you can bring in more than one composition element into a single photo. And that the photo that they take in town, everyone takes the same photo event, like they work out, oh, this is what he's talking about. And it just generally makes a bloody good photo when you put more than one of those elements into there.
Yeah, that's right. And
only one person's talking about a number. Someone else give us another number. Sorry, mate, go on.
No, that's right. I was just going to say, in the book, I also talk about, I've got a photo in there of, it's just a photo, and I break it down and show them that, hey, there's actually 50 different compositional techniques in this one photo. And And at the start of the book, I talk about, this is the outcomes of this book, because writing a book, you still can't take your trainer hat off. So it's like, I'm thinking about what is the outcome I want for the person who reads this book. And so at the start there, I say, well, I want you to not be overwhelmed by 100 different techniques. I want you to be able to edit a photo and change the hierarchy of visual elements. So I want you to be able to go, you know what, the eye is going over here. I don't want that. I want the eye to go over here to match my intention. And the third one is that I want you to be able to look at either one of your favorite photos or one of your favorite photographers' photos, and actually analyze it and break it down and go, okay, I recognize out of the book this list. I can say, okay, they've done this, and this is why this photo's either aesthetically pleasing or how they've actually introduced that visual tension, that sort of thing. So
in the oh, Kurt Borman. Haven't seen Kurt in here for ages.
yeah.
Another Canadian. 26. Actually, we'll come back to Jason and Jason Stevens. I'll see you get another number there. You know what's funny, Mike? I just remembered that you told me that the book that I have, that the one that you sent to me, doesn't have numbers. So
yes.
I'm going through this book looking for page 26, and it doesn't have page numbers. So where the fuck is 26?
I know. I've still got this many of them with no page numbers.
Don't worry, everybody. If you buy one from him, they'll actually have page numbers in them.
So what happened was when you organise the print when you self-publish, they say, okay, now it's time. Get excited. You're going to get your review copy. So I arranged that. It came out just a single book, and when you're looking at that, straight away you're thinking, do the photos look okay? You know, this is
yeah. It's a photo.
That's the first thing. You know, it's not a good look if it's about photography and the photos look shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I looked at, and yes, it's not. I mean, these photos in here, they're everyday photos. You know, I don't go to exotic locations. I'm not fortunate to live in New Zealand, all that sort of thing. But I wanted to be relatable. So the photos, it's not about that. But then my son, my 11-year-old, he's so excited. When I started my first YouTube channel, he was excited. Now that I've published the book, he's excited again. And so he's got a copy of it next to his bed. And he said, Dad, can you read me? It was time to go to bed. And he said, Dad, can you read me the bit on mobile editing? Okay. You must really want to go to sleep. Anyway, so I've opened it up, and the table of contents is automatically generated through this template, this way that you self-publish. You have a contents page, and it says page 122, and so I've gone, okay, as you do. The book's got 160 pages. Flick through about 3/4 of the way. Oh no! I know.
But the photos look good. I love it. So, Dale Lotherington, Volume 2, The Art of Counting.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Oh, what was number 26?
And then last night, because I was just going to say, but last night, because I haven't actually read the book it's been over a month since I've actually read the book. Last night I was flicking through it just to get familiar with it all before we talked about it this morning. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, oh no, I've got the word course in there. That should be book, not course.
Oh no.
You know, you're meant to be promoting this, not putting it down.
You guys have got the collector's editions.
It's limited edition because it's broken. What's number 26?
But all the amazing content's still in there.
That's it.
26.
I'll just go to page 26. Hold on. 1, 2.
Vanishing point. All right. Vanishing point. So vanishing point, that comes under lots of different terms. So vanishing point, diminishing perspective. What else is there? 2-point perspective. There's another one. Basically, that is where the classic example of the railway tracks,
right,
or the road.
Yeah.
I've got an example here. I'll bring up this example. Bring this up.
Stanley Kubrick was the master of the vanishing point in his movies.
Yep. And there's going to be people here listening to you right now saying that's leading lines, but it's not.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yours isn't numbered either, is it? You haven't got numbers on your page.
23, 24, 25. Oh, 26.
You guys are mean.
You came on here. This is how we are. Especially Greg. He's so mean.
So there we go. That's the diminishing perspective or vanishing point.
Yep.
So you got that's taken down. I just turned the phone upside down, put it down on the ground, and you can see the two double lines in the middle of the road, how they converge and disappear. Yes. And the reason for that is that it kind of it draws you in. It gives you depth is the main one, because for us it's when we're taking a photo, it's two-dimensional. And one of the biggest challenges is actually introducing depth into the photo, and diminishing lines or 2-point, 3-point perspective that kind of offer that depth that you're missing. Yep.
Look at him getting around his studio like this.
I know. How did they do that picture thing? That's what I think.
It's amazing. You should see his studio, mate. It looks incredibly impressive here as we're looking at him. It's so well done. It's just got a little wall behind him and a table, but he's got cameras all over the shop, and they're all old iPhones. And he uses this app to go between them all. It's very clever.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We're about to see it. Here we go.
Is that coming out? There we go. Yep.
Yeah, it's coming.
So just a wall.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I can see me
so
twice.
Funny. Back in 2019, when we moved to London for a little while, we had the removalists come in, and they looked at the wall and they said, "Is that going into storage?" Oh, yes, it is. Look after it. I thought it was just a bit of off-cut fence.
They go into his garage. They see this wall up against the wall, a fake wall, and they're like, "What does this guy do in here?" This is
this is the worst bit. I'll show you the worst bit. Here
There's
on rails, I've got all these curtains, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you come in from, I'm revealing way too much here, aren't I?
I honestly think what you've got set up there is I think what you've got set up there is actually pretty bloody clever. It's small, it's out of the way, and you make awesome use of the space. Like what you just showed there with that camera hanging from the roof, and you've got your iPad sitting up there on the stand as well. Hello, look at that! It's just changing all by itself. He's not even moving. Actually, he froze. That's what happened. I'm thinking, how the hell did he just do that? That froze at the perfect time. You were like this, and then it changed. It was like he didn't move. Like, how the hell did he do that? That's incredible. So at the moment, Sarah is in Melbourne. She's doing Equitana. You've heard of that, Mike?
No,
Equitana's like a big show, 4 days worth of a show for horse people. Hence, I'm not there. And she's down there with a stall selling soap and all that sort of business. And she's just messaged me, "Are you awake?" I'm like, "Of course I'm bloody awake. It's 6:30 in the morning here. I've been awake for nearly 3 hours. But I'll just take a quick photo so she knows what the hell I'm doing." This is what I do, you see. She'll say to me, "Are you on your way home?" Something like that. And I'll just take a photo of the front of the car as I'm driving down our road so she knows where I am. And right now she'll be going, "Oh shit, he's live streaming. I forgot about that." Oops. We'll do two more. Right. Oh, Scott Baker, nice of you to join us. Did you get a filter? I'm just looking at another screen here in the group chat that we have. So we've done. Did we do 31? No, we haven't done 31. What's 31?
Oh, we're still in step 1.
We need to go above 100.
31 Dutch angle. So Dutch angle, Dutching is another basic technique of basically just tilting the phone. Or in editing, in step 4, you can actually see a lot of these things in step 4. You can actually, not that they're listed as a tool, but you can actually change straighten it. You can change it. You can add that in there. I've got one here.
What you're going to get with that, as soon as you do this with your phone. In that group chat that I've got here with the admins on the Facebook group, there's at least one person that's going to screenshot it, put it on there and go, can't these people see the horizon? You know who I'm talking about, Greg? And all this time, they're just Dutching, Greg.
Well, I didn't know there was a term for it.
I just call it being crooked. No, I didn't know either, mate. I've learned something today. 33. Oh, look at this fella. He's still alive.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Pisako meow. Or how are you saying? That's the Australian accent on that one.
So now that he's here, I would like to just interject for a moment, because I got a special gift in the mail from, it was from Mr. Mike James. And so ever since I announced I was going to do this YouTube channel, I was always nervous about, talking to the camera. I've never really been one to do that. So Mike, bless you, sent me a little something to help me get over this little obstacle I have. So I have this new phone case, and there it is. So now, when I do my videos, I can talk to David.
But why would you want to? Oh, that's hilarious.
That is one of the best ideas I've ever heard of. So David, you will forever be in my vision when I'm doing these videos.
That's either going to go two ways. It's going to help you, or it's going to completely ruin any ambition.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've been sitting on this for so long. I've been dying to get this out. So finally.
You just know that is the only one of them in existence, because no one else is going to make one of them.
Look at the last.
That's not even as rare as this.
Look at the latest
my unnumbered book.
I never would have thought of putting something like this together. So good on you, Mike. That's brilliant. And thank you.
That's hilarious. That's the funniest thing I've seen for ages. Did it come with the English attitude as well, or not?
Well, I did. It took me a long time to find. I went through all David's videos and eventually found one where it looks like he's going, "Come on, Greg."
Yeah. So, Mr. Addison, what were you saying there? Now that you're in the room.
Well, when I saw that, all I could think of, did he actually send publicly? I can't remember. About him and I did a video, not together. We were talking with each other, but our videos weren't linked, sort of thing. It wasn't a collaboration, is what I'm trying to say. But he sent me a 30-second clip or something, and it said something like, "Oh, that Australian doesn't know what he's talking about," and that's well, that dumb Aussie cunt, or something like that. He said, and when I saw that picture just then, I thought that's what that was it. That was the video, I reckon. And they all look very similar with the bird trees and stuff. Probably something intelligent. Oh, there's a slight chance. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, mate.
That's good. I've never heard that one. That is awesome. I gotta write that one down.
We've just got to. I think we've got to change this live stream to just like an hour of piss taking and just move on. And as long as someone holds up a camera like this, a phone like this, and just go, yeah, it's about iPhone photography. Oh, shall we bring him in? I'll.
Nah. Who does he think he is?
Who does he think he is? That's funny. That's the funniest thing I've seen for ages, man. I'm just going to send him a link to the chat.
Well done, keeping it under wraps.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. When he invited, because he said to me, "I've got a guest for this weekend," and I'm like, "Yeah, right. Who is it?" He was, "Oh, it's a secret." I said, "Well, it's my fucking channel. You can tell me who it is."
He beat it out of me.
I beat it out of you with a message.
Yeah.
Tell me. If you have a look on your Instagram, there.
Yeah, Greg, I was saying to Shane yesterday when he was giving me the link and all that, I said it's a shame. I was looking forward to that moment of disappointment on his face when I popped up. That's just him.
What's he doing here? Well, of course, we were all in that in the studio before we go live. I would have seen you anyway, but only you guys would have seen the look of disappointment.
Yep.
just got to fix something.
Scott Baker's asking if I won this T-shirt. No, I did not win it. I bought it. But I did say on my podcast that they're doing a giveaway, or you could win a T-shirt from them, and if I won it, I was going to give it away to a listener or something. I was going to figure out a way to do a giveaway. So I don't know if I won one or not. I got this one because I bought it. So.
Oh, I was going to say, are you the listener that you gave it to? Are you one of these people who watch your own content?
I only listen to it when I edit.
Oh, okay. I thought, well, you're the listener. I'm not sure if David's coming on or not. I sent you a link on Instagram, mate. That's the main way I talk with you, so we'll see. Was there any other?
I can send him one an iMessage, see if he gets it there too. We
should somebody pick a number above 80, because we've been doing all the small numbers. Give me a sec. Jeez, well, you fucking offered to come on. I can hop on the stream for 5 minutes. Not in 5 minutes. You said 5 minutes. 151. What is it? Hold on. I'll just go.
Second edition.
Okay.
There's two answers
there now.
My next one.
Let's give you guys a hint of where you're going wrong.
100.
Over.
So Kathy.
I say over.
You do say over. So this is on you, Mike James.
Technically,
give us 100. Give us the 159th one.
Well, at the start of the book, I do share lots of tips around design. So principles of design and elements of design, talking about spacing, lines, shape, form, all that sort of thing. So they're not in the 100. So maybe I can tack them onto the end of it, get up to 120.
This is like a YouTube video, mate, where you go, I've got 100 plus some more at the end. So it's a little bit longer to go. I didn't number the pages. Just sink that one in. Number 88 from Andre didn't tell us, did he?
Oh, beautiful.
No, he didn't.
Is it Cope or Kep? Is that what you said?
Yeah, either Cope or Kep.
Uh-huh. We're still looking for number 88. Is that a beetle he's got going on there? It is a beetle. Don't know where
beetle.
No, I was looking at the avatar of Andre there.
It's Borak. It's the Borak diagonal. So this is one that's a little bit left of field.
Wasn't that a president? Oh wait, we've got Borak. He's up here. Here's Borak. The guy was.
Where's my
second
photo?
Is good enough. I can't remember which one.
I haven't got a photo.
Cope.
Basically, diagonals. So you got diagonals in a photo, and the reason why diagonals are really good instead of just vertical and horizontal. Vertical lines and horizontal lines are great for stability and make the photo look really stable and grounded. When you have diagonals, it then has it's a bit more dynamic. It actually leads you through from one corner to another, so it's more dynamic. It flows a bit more, so you get a bit more balance in the frame. So your normal diagonal goes from. I'll go back a step. You know, when you walk out the front door of your house, where does your eye normally go? So I'm going to switch cameras here. So when you're looking down, because you don't want to trip over something, so you look down, and then we naturally read text, and we read a scene the same way as we read from left to right. And you know, Shane, with your army background, when they teach you when you're scanning an environment, scan the opposite way you read because you have blindness in what you see. Your mind fills in the blanks. But that's not how we naturally do it. We naturally read from left to right. So a diagonal through the frame, if I get this right, because I'm in reverse. I got it right. So a diagonal is basically goes from the bottom left to the top right. But a Barak diagonal is the other way. And the reason why the other way works is because it's the opposite and it adds some visual tension to the photo. So that's what that does. Is it takes your mind just a little bit longer to process it and intrigue and engagement. So it has a little bit more engagement than just scanning as we naturally do. You scan through the photo and out of the photo and onto the next one. And so you want to try and stop the scroll and have it go the other way. And then there's Barak triangles, which is different. But anyway, there's a lot.
Is there a Barak trapezoid? We do read right to left. It's just that we're upside down because we're down under. That's why it seems different to you, Scott.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting concept, Mike, about that.
I'm just waiting for the right time to do this.
I
was trying to get you while you're having a drink. How are you?
Dude,
How are you, Mark?
I'm going to get the stream cancelled.
I'm just going to put this in front of your part of the screen here.
I'm going to get a photo of that.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, my days. My gosh. How's it going, guys?
That was one of your long exposure photos.
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh.
So where are you now, Mark?
I'm in my new house.
Are you still in the UK or not?
Yeah, man.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had moved.
Oh, wait, you two have changed your names. I've just noticed that. You and Grandpa
Greg did that, and I did that to him. I've only just realised I could change your names.
When people click on it expecting high quality, intelligent iPhone content, and they get this.
Let's be honest. Let's just get this straight now. Nobody comes to my channel for that.
True. Yeah.
So don't kid yourself. It's not here for like serious stuff. So how are you, mate? We haven't seen you for a while.
I'm all right, you know. I've actually just come out of hospital yesterday. But I'm all right, yeah. I'm feeling much better.
You need to fill us in.
Oh,
yeah.
Do I need to? Well, you remember back in January when I just upped and left YouTube without really any explanation. Well, I've been dealing with something called acute cholecystitis, which is gallbladder related infections and gallstones and stuff, and it all kind of came to a head last week. So I spent the last 5 days in the hospital, which really annoyed me because I thought I was making some progress. I just put up these 2 great videos on YouTube about Darkroom, and I saw my engagement and analytics and stuff were going really well, and then just wham, I get hospitalized, and now I need a couple of operations. But I'm feeling really
Mm-hmm.
good though.
Yep.
Yeah, on antibiotics and things, but
You
hopefully
look
now I
well.
can start gaining. Thank you. I appreciate that. But hopefully I can start gaining a bit of weight because I'm a bit too thin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I don't want to make this stream all about me. I just came
Well,
to say
I do want
hello.
to say that the video, the darkroom video, I reckon the intro to that and your retention on that would probably be higher than most of your other videos, because that intro and the first probably minute and a half of that was probably the best minute and a half of any video I've seen of yours. It's edited incredibly well together. It's a bloody good. I thought he's fucking back. He's back.
I'm trying again, yeah, because you know what, and you'll appreciate this, Shane, as a like a full time, if you like, a regular uploader, like, and Mike, you will too. When you don't set a deadline for yourself, you don't have to compromise on things. Yep. Now, I obviously knew the Darkroom guys told me 3rd of November or whenever it was, Darkroom was going live, but I had weeks and weeks to put this together. Whereas when you upload in one a week, or Mike was doing one a day, crazy guy, like you don't have time for the fancy graphics and the engaging editing and all that sort of stuff. You just have to bang, bang, bang. So going forward, that's what I'm going to do. No deadlines. If you want to work with me, I'm going to be like, it's on my time. And when a video comes, it comes. But you know damn well you're going to get top quality production and editing and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's a guy, Mark Rober, I think he is. I think that's his name. Do you know who I'm talking about, you guys?
That name, yeah, he's the He was
a NASA engineer.
Yep.
And now he's a YouTuber.
The exploding parcels, right?
That's him. And he pushes out a video probably once a month or a little bit long. And it's never on this day the video is going to come out. It's going to be when I'm bloody well ready. And those videos just go nuts. And I think there's something to that. Like, and there definitely is with what we saw with that Darkroom video. Because like I say, I reckon that was the best put together with everything, with the audio, the video, the sound effects that you've put. I think it was just bloody awesome. I think it was the best one you've done, mate. And then you went to hospital.
Yeah, and then but
you went and ruined everything.
I know. But I even I tried.
I know, laughed.
I know, laughed. Come on, Shane, get there. There we go.
See ya. It is even an Aussie for Christ's sake.
Shane looks like Homer Simpson if Homer Simpson was like a real human. There's no one else thinks.
See ya.
No, you're supposed to walk off. You're supposed to go, I'm done, and just walk.
Yeah, but when we did that, it just didn't look very good. It
I
was
thought
too
it looked
staged.
quite convincing. No, it wasn't.
I think it did.
It looked good.
Really?
Thank you, Mike.
I don't know.
Thank you, Mike.
Top quality content. He carries on like this, but he's still here watching. Do we have any other did you have anything you wanted to talk about this book, David?
I haven't received the book yet. So sorry, don't let me interrupt your book conversation. I will scoot now. I just wanted to say hello and give you all props, and I will bounce if you want.
It's on the way.
You can come on here anytime
that'll take 4 weeks.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said economy air, it'll take 4 to 6 weeks.
And you too would have a book that's not numbered. No numbers.
So, you know, if it was shipping from Canada, it would come via Canada Geese.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. I guess that's a Canadian joke.
I mean, do you want me to stick around?
Canada Goose, that's our official goose bird. I don't know. It was a Canadian joke.
Would
Scott will get it.
we have an official Australian bird, Mike?
Australian
emu, I
bird.
suppose. Emu, I
Emu.
guess. It's on the
Yeah.
coat of arms. We probably should say that.
Yeah. Galah, cockatoo, kookaburra,
Magpie.
like
Yeah,
magpie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the UK? Mark Dickinson. It's hilarious that you're
Pigeon.
still using that name, eh?
It is, yeah.
Our official bird's a pigeon.
That's probably the most deadliest animal we have in the UK. That and squirrels.
The deadliest
You
animals.
don't have,
I don't suppose you
you
have
don't have
anything really, do
anything.
you?
That's going to kill you or even harm you.
And I'll tell you what, when you talk to people there, it just shows that you have got nothing there that kills you. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Exactly.
Getting everywhere.
We have a lot of Canadian geese around, though, Greg. I don't know what you can do about this.
I don't know. We're not allowed to do anything with them here. So wherever they go, they go.
They
Oh,
come
you
here because
can't-
it's a superior country.
You're the only one that believes that here, mate. Let's be honest. It's,
No, I'm not. Darkroom mobile.
I don't actually use Darkroom at all. I've never used it. What are your thoughts
That's
on that?
fine. It's not for everyone. You're a Lightroom guy. That's
No, it's
Even
not.
the-
It's not that I'm like stuck in that camp. It's just that I've never felt the need to move from that camp to anything else.
yeah. No, fair enough. I'm not a darkroom like ambassador or an advocate. It's just an app that I like, and it's tough. Like I'm trying to, even though I do have like a relationship with the darkroom developers and a few different developers actually now, and I have to keep reminding them. I'm meant to be objective. I'm not going to always say nice things about your app and things. But I don't want to make this stream about me. Just either kick me off or talk about Mike's book. Now,
Cool. Hey, Mike, in your book, would you say that the mobile Darkroom app is better than the Lightroom mobile app?
Well, in step 4, I talk about photo editing.
As he sits over there, rubbing his head, going, "Why did I do this?" I'll just remind you of this. You joined us.
pretty sure
didn't
it's been
join you.
6 minutes. That was David Addison. I am Mark Dickinson.
Esquire.
People should leave a comment. Do they understand who Mark Dickinson is and why I'm calling myself Mark
Oh,
Dickinson?
that's a good point, actually.
Oh, that'd be a
Does anyone
long-time listener.
They would be a long-time listener. Or
And
watcher.
if they get it right, then
You are.
what's his name? Shane will send you something.
I'll send you a phone case with David Addison's photo on it. That was hilarious, man. That's the funniest thing I've seen for ages. Did you know he did that, David?
Just a couple of days ago,
Yep. It's
he
hilarious.
sent me that. Yeah,
Absolutely
Yeah,
hilarious.
It's funny.
he didn't know if he was going to be watching today or not, so I had to show him.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, I do want to talk about what happened with Dave. He got really salty in the last podcast.
Oh,
He
well,
was
it was
angry.
just about the same complaint that we've been hearing for a couple of years or so now, is that the lack of a good optical zoom in the iPhone. This with the latest full moon, it was a lunar eclipse was going to happen, and he would have really liked to get photos of that eclipse with his phone, because he doesn't use a traditional camera like a lot of us that in these circles don't do. But
Yeah.
he was just so ticked off that Apple has yet to follow the other companies and put a good telescopic zoom or whatever optical zoom in the iPhone. Because
Why
every
do you
year
think
they
that
keep
is?
thinking that it's going to be next year. It's going to be next year. Well, here we are now saying it's going to be next year, and I ain't putting no money on it.
Why
So
do you
that's
think
what he
that
was
they
fired up
don't
about.
have that?
Pardon me?
Why do you think they don't have that? There's a few phones around that do that quite well.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they don't. I think, well, they're always late to the game with just about anything, and they have to have it perfect before it comes out. It's not always the way. Like they don't always have things perfect before they come out. I mean, look at the
portrait mode.
Yeah, portrait mode and all that stuff.
Far from perfect.
Yeah.
So
I was wondering where he was.
I don't know. I'm sure they can figure it out, but
Do you only use iPhones, David?
Yeah.
No Android stuff?
No, I would like to. I'd like to branch out, but hey, it's all money, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's with what Patrika's saying there, seeing the telephoto shots, but I do think that the iPhone is catching up with Androids in one aspect. So was it yesterday morning? It was yesterday morning. I got out of bed, and this is a 14 Pro Max, and it was on my wireless charger all night, and I woke up and I had a look at the phone, and this is how it caught up to Androids, because it was just bricked. It was dead, didn't do anything. I couldn't get it to work, and plugged it in. I thought the battery was flat, so I plugged it in. Nothing, no haptics, nothing. And I went looking to find a solution, and a few different people were saying just take it back to the Apple store. But there's a reset that you can do on it with the up button, down button, and hold the power button for like 40 seconds, and it'll reboot the phone. And it did that. So like having software that's on the phone that's that flaky that it just bricks your phone in the morning, that's absolutely Android-esque. So we are catching up there, I think, in that regard. And the when I searched for this, I found a video on YouTube about this exact problem, and it was you know what I'm talking about here when it comes to searchable content. Like this was a video that was all about this specific problem, and it's had 35,000 views. That's someone who was searching for this thing about 30,000 times. So it's a pretty common thing, it would seem, and it wasn't a big channel that had this. So we're catching Android. Next thing you know, we'll have a telescopic periscope. Periscope zoom. Be patient. Next year. Every year he says this. Yeah. Who is Mark Dickinson? Does anyone actually remember? I should have looked through the comments. Someone might have actually.
He won something.
He did win something. It's funny because it really goes to show that when I do occasionally give away stuff here on the channel, it's legit, because I don't even remember seeing that guy's name here before that. And then he was here for that live stream, and I haven't seen him since.
He got his goods and he took off.
And it was
right. He got an Android anyway.
That's right. It was a Pixel 4a, I think.
Pixel 4.
Yeah. Pixel 4 or 4a? I had both.
Pixel 4a, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be better if YouTube could count up everyone's comments and be like, right, this person's commented on 30 videos this year, so you can rank them and you get something.
Yeah.
So a proper fan gets rewarded. You know what? Screw Mark Dickinson. Changing my name.
He's changing his name back a bit.
How do you do that now? Edit name. There we go. Screw him. Bollocks to him, as we say. Hey. What's this? What's this filth?
I was kind of expecting you to have a bit of an Aussie accent going on there.
Oh no, don't do it.
So excited to be able to take pictures of the moon in the future. What? Not yet, Devo. Is the image quality improved in 14 Pro? It has. Yes, it has. Definitely has improved. So that first video I did with the Astro was before the that software update, and the photos that I've taken on the 2 nights that I've had clear skies, they've been quite good. I'm quite happy with it now. The iPhone needs a.
Can we talk about Mike's book now, please?
We were speaking about it for ages. Let's speak more about it. What else would we like to know? How long did it take you to write this book?
Well, it's it's actually a byproduct of my course that I've had for a while, and so. But then, even with the course, it still took me 6 months to put it together because it's a lot of words. I'm not a word person.
Did you actually type all this down, or was it like a dictated thing?
Come on. No, yes, I typed it on my old typewriter. No, come on. Yeah.
Why?
There's no point complaining to your wife. She's not going to help you.
Why are you?
Because I miss you. This is the way we show love here.
I understand.
That's how we do it.
And there's the demonetized. That's very harsh. That's very harsh.
Wow. Yes, yes.
So,
I don't know if you could say that the image quality is better. It was certainly better after that update for the Astro stuff. But and Greg, well, you had a 12 before your 14, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep. But I can take a photo with the 13, take a photo with the 14, and just an everyday photo. And to be absolutely honest, no, I can see no difference in it. There's really only the, what do you call that bloody thing? The dynamic island I find really handy on that. And the video quality on this, the stability on it is just incredible. On our second channel, which will launch on Tuesday, by the way, almost all of that is filmed on that phone. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
is that your farming channel?
Oh, it is. There's I think there's 5 videos there now. Might be 6. I didn't want to launch it without having at least 5 sitting there. I was going to launch it today in this live stream, but because Sarah's in Melbourne, I didn't want to do that. I'd rather have it, both of us, not necessarily in a live stream, but being like email out to both email lists, put things on both lots of social media so she can like feed her followers and I feed mine with the same information at the same time. But on Tuesday is when it will come out, which will be, what's that, bloody Monday for you, I think, Greg? I think.
Yeah.
That's right. Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's actually it's actually fun. I'm enjoying doing it. I'll talk about that more in a minute. You're going to do it? Oh, that's a good idea. I could record the audio for an audiobook for this.
I think apparently I
The
should be the
first
one to
step
do
in
it
this
because I'm the one with the
system.
least weird accent, according to the poll.
That's true. Did you see that, David?
Well,
You got brought up here in a live stream about maybe a month ago, or 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, and it was I put a poll on my community tab on the channel as to who has the weirdest accent, and there was myself, Greg, you. Who was the other one?
There was
Was
like Devo.
It might have been
wasn't it?
Patrika. Oh, was it? Maybe
Patrika and Devo, I think.
Yeah. But his was the least weird. Is that the right term? I don't know. But he ranked the lowest. Then for some reason people
Greg's
think
was
I've
the
got the weirdest
lowest.
accent. Yeah.
Well,
As
that's
in
'cause Greg
he
speaks
doesn't
the
have a
least.
weird
They haven't
accent.
heard it.
Well,
That's because what, David?
Greg speaks the least. No one really hears it. Well, you know, with
Look at
the
Rod
British,
Duval.
you need to work on the word about, Greg.
About.
Oh, that's funny.
About.
About.
Oh, there we go. That's a ripper idea. We'll all do different page numbers. I won't do one because every chance. Every chance.
No, you see, because I can do the Johnny Ive thing. You know how Johnny Ive used to narrate the Apple videos?
Nope.
Nope. No
They're
one
like
knows Johnny
eaten
Ive.
apple. Like eaten apple.
Eaten apple.
Yeah. Eat an apple. Yeah, that was good. I need to bring back Eat an Apple. That was,
Yeah.
that
I
was
don't know
funny.
that.
Good.
Shane doesn't know anything. Come on, Shane.
Do you look at David's channel?
Open a Duff beer and eat a donut, Shane. Hey, he got that one.
Come on, leave him alone. He's all out of ideas and he hasn't tried a thing.
Hey? I'm out of ideas. It's very early in the morning. I'm usually a bit better on the game. There's things here that I've gone too late and gone, oh, yeah, I get that now.
And you're in tomorrow. You're in the future.
This is what you've got to look forward to.
Oh my god.
So are you still pushing videos, David, or not? Are you still putting down on paper ideas for videos, or are you waiting until things are sorted out health-wise?
Yeah, still jotting ideas down when they come to me, and a few exciting companies have been in touch, and Mike's been in touch. I want to make a video about his book if it's any good, and yeah, absolutely. I promised people I'd make a video about editing a wedding in darkroom, which I will deliver to them.
Yeah.
I almost made a video while I was in the hospital because I had my MacBook with me. I can record my screen, go into some private room somewhere and just use my iPhone as a mic and just, record a voiceover and then put up a video. But I obviously didn't in the end. I just focused on not dying. Getting better.
Jeez. So selfish.
Video, death, which...
You're going to feed the algorithm.
Exactly. They're like, Mr. Addison, you have a CT scan. I'm like, but the algorithm. Mr. Addison, your MacBook Pro cannot be taken into the MRI scan. But please, I said it would be this Friday. I've got one subscriber waiting. Come on.
I can just imagine you trying to convince the nurses, I need to go into that private room with my laptop and my phone.
I know, yeah.
That's YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to make a video.
Make a video, yeah. Can I have a nurse with me, please?
Roxy can't hear us, I hope.
Oh yeah, she's right here. Roxy can hear me. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about when you touch the screen, I assume, with the dial that comes across. I'm assuming that's what he means. I think it's quite good too.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've covered
I
everything I
learned a
wanted
new-
to cover. Sorry, mate.
I was going to say, I learned a new technique with the iPhone. I had no idea there was this function where you could actually tap the back of the phone. And you can
Oh, yeah, the
assign
back tap.
2 taps or three taps.
Yeah.
They can actually turn on the camera by tapping the back.
Yeah.
You know what? I had that set up when that first came out, and I disabled it because every time I put the phone down, it would turn the down camera on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
Or
that.
whatever I had it set to, it would always activate it.
Yeah.
Listening to your podcast with when Dave was going off, because I actually thought there was something wrong with my phone. What you're talking about there, James, like you learnt that. There's things that I'm learning about iPhones all the bloody time. About that.
I'm Mike.
What did I just say?
James.
Well, he just called you by your last name.
Oh, fuck.
That's okay, Moisten.
Oh dear, oh dear.
It's been a long morning.
I think David's like locked up. He's.
I'm okay now.
I don't know. It doesn't look like you are. This would be a good
You're like a
picture for the back of the phone.
ventriloquist.
It does. Hey, Mike, can you do? Oh, he's gone. He got the shit.
The other way.
Yeah.
You could have done a ventriloquist thing. Like... He's back again.
Okay, I refreshed. You can carry on making fun of me.
We didn't stop making fun of you. But while you were gone, that's all we did. But with that that podcast, he was talking about the efficient charging or something of the battery.
Oh yeah, the
almost-
optimized charging.
Yeah. Almost every morning I've been getting up and it's like it's at 80% or 82%.
What's wrong with
You've been
this
charging all
connection?
bloody night.
Yeah,
Need to get
you'd
more of
think
those
by
pigeons
now
on
it
that
would
treadmill.
know when you normally do your first pickup, and it would be fully charged by that time.
Well, see, some mornings I'll get up a little bit earlier than other morning, obviously. And
Oh,
I thought, well, because sometimes it is fully charged, but then other times it's only at 80-odd%. And I'm thinking that's just weird.
see, if it's
And-
at 80 something, then it's on its way up to get the full charge.
Yep. Yeah, right. I just
But
find that weird.
it'll sit at 80% for, if you plug it in at 9 o'clock and go to bed, it'll go to 80% and it'll sit there until just before you want it, before it thinks you're going to get up, and then it'll ramp up to the 100%. But you're obviously beating it to it.
Yeah. I just didn't know that it did that. And like the tapping of the back of the phone, I just had no idea it did that. Laughing at you, David. Laughing with you, not at you. Vivo 70 Pro Plus and iPhone. There you go. That's interesting. I've never
would like
ever
to,
put. Go on.
I was just going to say, I would like to hear one of the editing tips from the book.
Yeah. So editing tips. So I talk about I talk about vignetting, but stretching using distortion, so you can stretch the foreground, so that you have your leading lines and all that sort of thing, and going from the bottom to the center, you can distort it so you can stretch it. Talk about touch retouch, where you can go in and remove stuff, those distracting items, and simplify the photo, because that's every photo needs that, doesn't it? It needs to be simplified and just take out and reduce or take out, remove stuff.
Even like the green dot from the lens flare.
Yep. If you haven't used live photo, I think live photo gets rid of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
In some cases.
Some tapes,
Yeah.
It was the fix that sort of fixed it.
Right. I haven't noticed it. Yeah. But cropping, I spent a bit of time talking about cropping, because cropping is like the number one thing it is, because if you go through a bit of a system, you go cropping first, because you can go and remove all these distracting elements in the edge when you do your border patrol, and then you go and crop it. So it's like, oh, I just cropped out all that work I just did. So cropping the photos is one of the first things you do. Straightening it or intentionally making it crooked. Greg, that is a thing.
Hey, I'm a firm believer in that. Now I'll explain myself here. When I see a photo of say a beach or whatever, and the horizon is just like this, that to me is just not paying attention to the horizon. I always say anything 30% or more is intentionally done for artistic reasons, but anything less is you kind of, did they plan that, or is that just not being careful with the level of the phone or whatever.
I was going to do that just then.
But
it's a sad thing, David, that you and I think very similar. Because as you were saying that, I'm in my head, I'm like, how can I reach up and do that to my tripod? Because it's all over. And you did it. So we think similar, unfortunately, for you.
The old Brady Bunch intro.
No, I don't know. It's too early for me to get smart like that.
No, but I find to continue with that editing piece there, I find editing can be a very, very big part in composition. I mean, like Dave Podner, he'll sometimes do a lot of edits where he changes it from the 3x4 to the 16x9 for compositional reasons. And, I think it's a very integral part of the process.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
with a phone
And-
that's got over 12 megapixels, there's a bit more credibility to that. But on older phone that have only got 12 megapixel, you're losing a lot of detail in that. I would tell people with the zooming and stuff, the zoom on these phones is that your feet get closer to it. If you want to crop things out of the photo, it'd want to be a little bit, because you're going to lose so much quality if you do print your photos at least, or look at them even on a computer screen. If you're going to crop them too much, you will certainly lose a bit of quality there. Eh?
Yeah, and I mentioned that in step one of the book. I mentioned that in that positioning of yourself and the camera, like walk in, get in closer to the subject, get in nice and tight, or change the lenses. Sometimes you might want to use the telephoto lens because you don't want the ears of a person to be squashing around the back of their head. So then you might want to position back a little bit. Yeah.
You did a video on that, Mike, before. You did a video on that about the different cameras in the phone. I think it was the video where you were actually talking about that little telephoto add-on lens that you highly unrecommended because it was just pure crap. But the effect of a wide angle. Hey?
Yep. I was just saying that I was very objective in that one, wasn't I?
Oh, well, rightly so, though. I mean, you can't polish a turd, right? And
but you can sprinkle glitter on it, Greg.
Well, that lens that Mike was talking about was actually just absolute junk, and it just annoys me when I see advertisements for it.
I think there's when Sarah goes to these shows, I'll go with her and help set up, and then I'll sometimes go at the end of the show and help her pull it all down and come home. But all her stall, like she has it's a big setup, and at a couple of shows, there's this one guy that goes there and he sells all these mobile phone accessories just for photography. And when I first started getting into mobile photography, I went and actually bought probably the same bloody thing that you reviewed. I'm not sure of the video. I haven't seen it, James. And it's it was this lens. It was about 6 inches long. You had a case that you'd screw it to. The tripod would go onto the lens, and all the photos in his booth were amazing, of all these bird photos and moon photos. And I thought, oh, give it a go. And it was like $40 or something. And the photographer who in my head going $40 for glass, it's probably not that bloody good, but it's for a phone. So maybe it is good. I don't know. It wasn't. It was the worst friggin' $40. Actually, no, it was a good investment of what not to buy. Don't go spending money on that shit anymore. Because there's no way I could get this thing lined up to have the whole frame nice and sharp. It was sharp in the middle of the frame, but no matter focusing, you couldn't do it. It was just horrible, absolutely horrible. And I think I see him at all.
A lot of editing.
Well, this wasn't even a case of putting glitter or polishing it. It wasn't there. It was just blurry the whole way around, but only the center. And I mean, like right in the center was it sharp. And if you went away from that, then the center would be blurry, and the rest of it would come, which is horrible. And I see him at so many of these shows, and he does a raging business. And I think, how can you live with yourself, man? Like that stuff that you're selling is shit. Anyway,
he needs to explain to people that when he's taken those photos, that he's then gone and cropped it. He's used an app like Polar to get rid of the chromatic aberration and sharpened it, and he's probably displaying the full edited version where he's gone and actually remedied a lot of those problems. But it doesn't sound like he did that.
Or he could tell the truth and say he used the DSLR or a mirrorless.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. This is the iPhone Zoom. That's funny. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do we have any more to discuss, guys? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. What was that that scan that you had there, that QR code that you had there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
this is for the book. I see.
For the book. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But everybody's looking at it on their phone. So that doesn't help.
That would have looked so much better if there was a photo of David Addison on the back of his photo, on the back of his camera, on his phone case.
Yeah. That's cool.
There we go. Look at that.
That's it. Yeah, it works. Beautiful.
Look inside. How? What? Ah. Oh, it's a Google Drive thing. Oh, right.
Yeah. Stealing an
Oh,
idea from
look at
Amazon
that. That's cool.
You should turn your
Wow.
camera around, turn your phone around so you can see it.
Wow. That's nice. That today's special value. Is this the? This
We
can't be the whole book, can it? You won't give
No,
it
it's
away,
not.
would you?
No.
24 pages.
No. Look inside the whole thing.
I will.
Hey,
when it,
hey,
when
David,
It, when it gets
on-
there. Yes.
On what you're looking at there, are those pages numbered?
They're not actually. No.
You're relentless.
It's the same as what I've got. That's like a dog with a bone, Greg.
It's got contents. I'll go.
Hey.
Let me go to page number 13.
All right.
Photographic intention.
Note to self:
can't
go
wait to
fix up
review
the.
Before taking a photo, pause to recognize what motivated you to take the photo. Nice.
It's a valid point that with the photography group that I have, we would bring in photos just that like going.
That phone case doesn't look nearly as nice as mine.
I like it.
I would get people to bring in
Just
their
watch it
favorite
read.
photo, and we'd show the photo, and we'd say, "Why do you like that?" And that would lead to the composition lessons, as in, you like it because of this composition. What are we looking at here?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Are you still on drugs from the hospital?
I am actually. Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, there's that squirrel again. That's funny. Don't. I'm looking forward to getting this book now.
Like I was saying to the guys before, last night I opened up the book for the first time in more than a month, and I've gone through. Actually, I'll bring it up here, and it's like when you edit a photo, and the next day you look at it again and you go, "Wow, that's well oversaturated," and all that sort of thing. So with the book, I did the same thing. Here we go. Bring it up. And I started to get a little critical of my own writing. You can see. Look at that.
wow.
And that bit that you showed, the bit that you just showed, my next edition, I'm taking that whole photo out, the whole section. So you've got the limited, what do you call it, Shane? The limited edition book you're going to get.
That's right. It's a collector's item.
Yeah.
Middle-aged. Speak for yourself. Middle-aged.
I'm laughing at the giggles bit. We don't giggle, we laugh.
Middle-aged. I've got at least another 20 odd years, 25 years to go. Yeah, come on.
Who's been in hospital in the last week? Yeah. There you go. This could be your middle age. Get yourself sorted out.
Hey,
Hey,
I am. Hence the
oh,
spital.
there you go. Oh, that was you. I saw Patrika there, and I thought it was his comment. That's all right. I don't giggle very well. I've got to get Ron on here.
Who is Ron?
Ron he's very, very good astrophotographer. You think he uses the S21? He might have an S22 Ultra now. I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
he's in the group.
S22 maybe.
Yeah, but he's always taken sensational astro photos. It'd be
There's
worthwhile
another
getting him on here.
name who I've not seen before who's been commenting regularly. Colin Scotland. See, there's names who have appeared since I've been last around this
reckon-
group.
I've got a feeling Colin is in the group and he's always posting like
About
apps and
camera
stuff.
apps.
Is
Yeah.
that the same guy? I think
Yep.
it's the same guy. David, are you around 42? I would have said he was older than that. It's amazing that he actually typed that with one hand in the air.
Yeah.
And now he's looking at his wife going, see, he's a smart ass. I don't know why I came on here.
I know I'm supposed to be editing photos.
Ah,
David,
you should get going
okay,
then, mate.
David is
Let's
not
let's wrap it up.
middle-aged.
He doesn't look at David.
Doesn't
I
look-
agree. He doesn't look at David 53.
Right, you lot need your bloody eyes checking.
Are you older than that?
Come on, let's.
All right. How old are you? I'm going to say
I'm
late
32.
20s, early 30s.
Let's just go with that and move on.
Okay, then.
I'm probably older than
Late
everybody
20s.
here, so there you go.
Yes, you are.
You're old as, man. At least you got
Yeah, I
that.
am.
All right. Let's wrap
Right,
it up.
thanks for
Not
having
only
me
am
on,
I the
guys.
old, not only am I the oldest, but I'm the cutest. If you drop the comment and look at the names,
The cutest.
Oh, God.
Okay, where's the outro?
hey, before you go, real quick, seriously,
Yes.
I just want to take a minute. It's Remembrance Day or Memorial Day, whatever you want to call it, here right now because it's November the 11th, and I just want to say thanks to all the servicemen and women for doing what they do. Shane, you included, for what you do in Australia and all that, and just wanted to say thanks.
Yep. Well said, Greg.
Cool. Good on you.
Nice.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good time, guys. I'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. Take it easy. Get
Mhm.
better, David.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Get well.
See you
See you
soon.
guys.